Strange Black Beats.
Sweeping through the lies like a storm in the night. Truth the lighthouse, shining so bright. They twist the words, they bend the page, but the wisdom of ages can't be caged. You can't fake the fire, it burns too real. Every verse, every line, it's the sword we wield. Cage you to be cleaning up, false doctrines crumble, breaking up. Truth stands tall, it don't need love. Cage you to be cleaning up, cleaning up. They build their towers on sinking sand, but the rock won't move, it's where I stand. Whisper lies fall like broken glass. The word is eternal, it's built to last. The dust will settle, the fog will clear. Every falsehood fades when truth appears. We ain't bowing down, the you to be cleaning up. False doctrines crumbling, breaking up. Truth stands tall, it don't need love. Hate you to be cleaning up, yeah, cleaning up.
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the mighty nation of Israel worldwide, I say peace and blessings. To the CUC family, big salute. Love y'all with the pure heart. The Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, big salute to my brother Sham and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. I just wanted to do a quick live, just come chop it up with y'all. The Most High Yah have allowed me to make it to 45 years old. 45 years old, family. And I got to give my mama a lot of credit. Well, I give the Most High credit for what he put in my mama and how my mama was a strong woman. My mama never gave up. Her faith was mightily strong in the Lord. And she persevered through all her struggles, her trauma, being a single mother, raising me and my sisters. I mean, she just persevered through everything that woman been through. And I always give my mama the ultimate credit. She taught me the game. She taught me how to be respectful to women, my sisters. You know, even though my father wasn't around, my mama made up the breach. She made up the breach. Kept me in sports. Kept my mind occupied. Like sometimes, man, we look back at our life once we get older and we don't understand the sacrifices that our parents had to make for us to be who we are today. And one thing that I'm most proud of is that I always respected my mother. I never cursed in front of my mother. I never raised my voice in front of my mother. I never bucked my mother. Whatever she asked me to do, I just did it, even when I didn't like it, even when she was wrong at times. I obeyed. I made no excuses for not obeying because I read the scripture, honor your mother and your father, that your days may be long. Man, like I really just look back at my life and it ain't always been pretty. You know what I'm saying? I done been through some real life trauma and struggles. But my mama, boy, I'm telling you, like black women don't get enough credit. And also our fathers, the fathers got to receive their credit too. But to all my brothers and sisters who was raised in the two-parent home, salute to you, who did have the strong black fathers, you know, who didn't leave their children, who stayed there and was in a fight with the woman and raised those children together. But a lot of our sisters, you know, even sometimes when the men wasn't in the home, they still didn't give up. You know, even when it was hard, they still didn't give up. They still had faith. They still persevering and made sure the children was raised right. Kept us in the word, you know, taught us respect, taught us morals, code of conduct, the way we should behave. You know, you never want to mess up your parents' name. You never want to dishonor your father and your mother's name. And I remember how the scriptures say, like, if your father pass away in the Apocrypha, it'll be like he not even dead because what he instilled in you and how you respectful and honorable, it's like your father's still here. You don't want to be one of them children when they say, man, that's Maybelline's son. Go get that boy mama and that boy daddy and tell them this boy down here doing this and that. You give your mama and your father a bad name within the community. And I never wanted to be a person where the neighbors have to go and say, man, go get Maida and tell her to come down here and get KJ. You know, I grew up in the 80s, a time where we can go to our neighbor's house and we can eat dinner at that table. Everybody was auntie. Everybody was uncle. I really saw real black love when I was coming up in the 80s. I grew up around my people. I didn't grow up around other people. I didn't know what an immigrant was. I never been around Africans my whole life. You know, I never heard an accent until my mother's sister, who her name was Stella. And she married an African man. And that was my first time ever hearing an accent. I have never in my life heard an accent from another nationality until my mother's sister Stella, who married a Hamite, came to our house. And I was just puzzled because he was talking like with an accent. And I was like, even though I was young, I still was like, man, where he from? Like, why he talk like that? I didn't know where he was from, but I knew he wasn't. And I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm being honest when I say this. I knew that man wasn't the same as me. He didn't look like me. He didn't look like me. Even though we had the same skin color, I can just feel that his spirit, and he was just different, man. Like, it just wasn't no instant connection to be like, oh man, it's just one of our brothers who married to my mama's sister. No, it wasn't like that. I'm trying to figure out why he talking like this, where this man come from, why his head so big. Randolph had a big old head, boy. I'm talking about a big old African Super Bowl trophy head. That boy's head was humongous. I'm talking about like the globe. It was just big. I'ma just say this. If he get a haircut, I know it's gonna take a while. That's all I'm saying. He had that type of head. He gonna have to pay at least $1,000 for the haircut. Randolph head was humongous, big old head, bowling ball head. But the point I'm making, y'all, in saying all of this is that, you know, I really grew up around black love, where there was a real community. And if you did something wrong, the woman you call your auntie, she gonna whoop your behind. And then she gonna bring you to your mama, and your mama gonna whoop your behind. If they heard you cursing, you getting your behind whooped. Guess what else we used to do? When I was coming up, you know how we made money? We used to go to different cars at the grocery store, and we'll put the elderly women's groceries in their car for them or in the trunk. And we'll say, ma'am, if you don't mind, I would like to help you, you know, with your groceries and stuff. And a lot of those women back in those days, it wasn't afraid to allow you to help them put the groceries, and then we, you know, in their car. And, you know, they'll give you $10, $5, and that stuff added up and accumulated a little pocket change. Another thing we used to do is when the older women will come around, we'll hurry up and switch that language and grab her bags and bring them upstairs for her. We'll move off the porch. Hey, man, watch out, man. Scoot over, man. How you doing, Miss Geraldine? How y'all doing, baby? Man, watch out, man. Let her up the stairs, man. Dang. You all in her way. Grab a bag for her, too. This the type of respect and dignity that I was raised with. You know, always yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, my mother was a militant woman. You know, she was militant, and, you know, I never understood, you know, that type of militant until I got older. I used to be like, man, my mama be tripping, dog. I can't do nothing. Can't go nowhere, man. Just, Jesus. Dog, my mama was so strict. This about to make y'all laugh. My mama was so strict that I remember she told me, do not go outside. If you go outside, when I get home, if I catch you outside, I'ma whoop yo. Y'all already know what she said. I'ma whoop yo. I said, yes, ma'am. Because I'm already mad. I want to go outside. I want to play basketball. I see all my partners out there. They playing football and basketball. We shooting marbles. Let me just say this story, and I'm going to tell y'all how gifted we are as a people. Our mind just supersedes. But let me stick to this first. She told me don't go outside. Now, I'm mad, y'all, because I want to go outside. Guess what I did, y'all? I clammed out the window like Spider-Man. Now, the apartments that we lived in at the time in 7th Ward, because in Houston, it go by wards, like 1st Ward, 2nd Ward, 3rd Ward, 5th Ward. So I grew up in 5th Ward, but I also grew up in 7th Ward. And my grandmother and them, they come from like 3rd Ward and, 4th Ward and, So anyway, I go out the window, I clam down like Spider-Man because we had these little balls that you can hold with your hand. So it's like rock clamming. So I'm grabbing it, boom, boom, till I get all the way down in the grass. My sister and them laughing, boy, mama gonna get you. KJ, she told you not to go outside. I say, man, I'm gonna climb back up on the window before she can get home, y'all. Just don't snitch on me. That's all I'm asking y'all. We ain't gonna tell mama. Soon as I got down in the grass, my mama pulled up, y'all. She said, oh, you came outside anyway, right? So I started, I try to climb back up the window. I try to go back up, climb back up the window the same way I came down because I'm already in trouble. She told me, get your blank down and go in the front door. She told me up, y'all. I was hard-headed and bad because I wanted to go outside. I wanted to be with the other kids. Can you imagine looking out the window and you see all the neighborhood kids outside, everybody doing everything? You got them over here playing basketball, them over here shooting marbles, them over here playing football. Down there, right there, they running, they racing each other. They wrestling a little bit over here. Boy, I mean, I was livid. She whooped my blank. She told me not to go outside, and I did it anyway, family. The point that I'm making in all this is sometimes our parents are so strict, we defy that authority. I want to go with the kids. I got a whooping for it, and it was worth it too, y'all. Because, boy, it taught me how to climb down out that window. And guess what? It taught me how to climb back up that window. Now, I did it again, y'all, but I never got caught again because, I just made sure I just went out there for a little bit, climbed back up the window real quick, locked my window, put the curtains back. Hey, did you go outside? No, ma'am, not today, because you whooped me last time and I learned my lesson. My sister and them in there laughing because I did go outside. I'm saying all that to say, I see why she didn't want me to go outside. I see why she didn't want me to go outside, y'all. Where we lived at, my mama was a praying woman. And I actually saw shootouts with my eyes. I seen drive-by shootouts. I seen Wild Wild West shootouts. I seen people get shot screaming for their life. I didn't see a man get hit in the head with a bat. I mean, bruh. I mean, all you heard was bing. You know how you can, like, somebody hit somebody so hard? I done seen so much violence with my eyes that it traumatized me for a long time. So, like, I don't like people to do the jump scare. You know how somebody jump out on you? That right there traumatized me because it was so violent in 7th Ward. And this is why she didn't want us to go outside. And I didn't understand that at the time because I'm just a child. But I'm seeing all this violence. I'm talking about violence, family. And she used to always say, no, you can't go outside today. We used to have to ask people to come knock on the door. Say, Leroy, come here, dog. Hey, go knock on the door and ask my mama, can I go to RP Harris with y'all and play basketball? All right, man, I got you. Miss Mady, how you doing? Can KJ come outside today? Who gonna be watching my baby? Taurus going with us. Taurus gonna be with us. Taurus, you watch my baby. I'm holding you responsible. Anything happen, I know where to come. So she only would let me go outside if somebody who was older than us was gonna watch over us. And the neighborhood older guys, not the ones who was in the streets, pushing that stuff, because they always told us, stay away from these streets. Do not let us see do not let us see you doing what you see us doing. So I can honestly say they didn't push that stuff on us in the 80s. They didn't want us in them streets like them. Hey, boy, if I see you, hey, KJ, you already know. I'm gonna tell your mama on you, boy. I bet not ever see you out here. You know your mama don't play. See, the point I'm making in all this, it was real love. It was a real community. It was real. I'm talking about, it was real love. It was vibrant love of black people in the 80s. The drug dealers didn't push drugs on us. They told us, don't let me see you out here. Man, I didn't see somebody get kidnapped in front of me. I was a little boy walking the donut queen to go get me my favorite, chili cheese fries, chili cheese dogs with a grape soda. Because my cousin and them used to chunk me money and stuff, from watching out and stuff, stuff they was doing. So I'm walking down the street trying to get the donut queen. And all of a sudden, a car pull up, woof, put these guns in this man's face right in front of me and kidnapped him. And I was shaking as a little boy, just shaking. Couldn't believe what I just saw. So the Most High Yah, through the prayers of my mother, kept me through all this violence. When I tell y'all violence, and none of this harm ever came to me. None of this harm ever touched me or my sisters. None of these bullets never came through our house because of our mother. We had a praying mother. We had a faithful mother. She took us to church. We got around her bed every night. We read the scriptures. She told us about the Most High. She told us about Jesus. She told us about faith. We read the Psalms. She always kept us in the word. So my strong foundation come from her teaching us about Yah and Yahshua. Even though she didn't understand the truth, she did the best she could. But I understand now why we couldn't go outside that much as the other kids. Because it was too much violence. And when you were a child, man, I remember one time they had a shootout while the little bitty kids was playing at the park. And everybody was scattering. But the kids, they was just kids. And I never forget this dude, man. I don't even know if he's still alive. His name was Peanut. And he was on American Most Wanted. But I used to see Peanut in the neighborhood. Peanut was a certified killer. He was a certified stone cold killer. And he done been in prison. He done been in America's Most Wanted. And he used to always tell us youngsters, don't ever let me see you out here doing what you see us doing. Boy, get this money and get up off this street corner. You know what I'm saying? So 7th Ward, it was rough. But 5th Ward, where I actually come from, same thing. My mama's sister, I think my Aunt Pam had 5 kids. My mama and me and my sisters, we all stayed in a 3-bedroom apartment until my mama moved to the 7th Ward. Because first I lived in 5th Ward. That's where I grew up at. And then we all lived in one apartment. It was like a 3-bedroom apartment. And no, I'm sorry. It was a 4-bedroom apartment. So my mama, sister, 5 kids. My uncle stayed with us. My mama, me, and my sisters, we all stayed in a 4-bedroom apartment. So it's like 13 people in a 4-bedroom apartment, right? So I went to a elementary school called Naku Henderson. And I'll never forget this, bro. I see why my mama moved out of Fifth Ward. But then we moved to 7th Ward where it was just as worse as Fifth Ward. A helicopter came down in Fifth Ward and airlifted a child, a baby. Airlifted the child on the ground. The helicopter came down, airlifted the baby, and took the baby. I don't know if the baby survived or not, but when my mama was seeing all of this, oh, we gotta go. Time to get up out of here. Go straight to 7th Ward. Oh my God. Gotta go. We moved from 7th Ward to Book Green, all the way on the north side of Houston, Texas. Guess what, y'all? Same thing. Soon as we move over there, pizza man get murdered. They murder a pizza man. So the point that I'm making is that I didn't understand these curses. You're around all this violence, but you're protected because your mother's faith is keeping y'all safe. But you see your friends, they going to prison, they dropping dead. So now you look back and say, did they parents have faith? Like my mother had faith? Did they believe? Did they read the book? Did they teach their children, even in ignorance, but still obeying Yah in fear? Because my mama put the fear of Yah in us. She actually put the fear of Yah in us. And through that fear, I was always scared to do things I know. I was always conscious, y'all, about right and wrong. When I did wrong, I felt bad about the wrong I did because it was instilled in me as a child. Boy, you know you wrong. Now, you know you don't supposed to be doing that, KJ. I remember one time we was playing basketball, and I had a friend named Cherokee. Now, man, look at these nicknames. Hey, y'all, I had a partner named Bam Bam, Cherokee, Leroy, Packy, Lionel. That was Lionel real name. Richard, that was my partner. Richard real name. I had a partner named Monkey Man. Black. Man, I mean, we just give each other all these little nicknames, right? So look, we playing basketball one day. My partner Cherokee, he go rob a pizza joint. But y'all remember, we just playing basketball. We don't know what Cherokee doing. We over here playing basketball at the park. Cherokee come running out the pizza joint. Guess what this boy done did? He didn't rob the pizza joint. They didn't call 911. We look up in the sky, y'all. Guess who following us? Channel 13 News, and police is everywhere. When I tell y'all, police was everywhere. Now we at my elementary school that we all went to, my whole neighborhood, all my partners, we all went to this school called R.P. Harris. That's where we play basketball at. Now we are running on a bridge to get back to our apartments, which is Yahshua, 7th Ward. We trying to get home. The police is chasing us, family. I mean, they are everywhere. They on their walkie-talkies. Stop running, get down. We couldn't stop running though, because we had to get to, our apartment, man. We just kids. We scared. We like, hold on, bro. I'm not stopping. So look, me, Lionel, and Rashard, even as young kids, I'm telling y'all, we had common sense. We had common sense, family. Boy, them police was on us. And me, Lionel, and Rashard turned left real quick and ran up the stairs. That's how we got away. And went inside that boy Rashard mama house, and his mama said, man, what y'all doing out there? Why y'all breathing like that? Y'all, we was running from the police. That's why we was breathing like that. We got away by the grace of the Most High. We ain't have nothing to do with what Cherokee was doing. Guess what this taught me, y'all? Stop trying to hang around everybody, because everybody ain't trying to do what you on, KJ. So that taught me right there, man, hey, man, I can't be hanging around Cherokee, man. He be doing stupid stuff. Man, that boy could have got us jammed up. So the point that I'm telling y'all is that my whole life, I'm learning as I go. Even as a young man, I'm learning. Man, hey, man, I don't like being around no large crowd. I don't like being around too many people. I'm claustrophobic. Like, I don't like people smothering me. Just like when I used to go to the clubs with my kinfolk and them. Guess what I used to do in the club, y'all? Find an exit door and go put my back against the exit door, like to the side of it. I would never be on the dance floor. I would never be mingling with people. I used to always find an exit door and stand by it, just in case something happened. Because in my mind, I always felt something bad was going to happen. And to be honest with y'all, 9 times out of 10, somebody was always getting shot, doing something in the club, getting in the parking lot acting stupid. So I told my kinfolk, man, I ain't going to no more clubs, bro. So I stopped going to clubs, walking inside of clubs. I just sit in the car, sell Michael Jordan tennis shoes, because that's what we used to do back in the day. We used to sell Michael Jordan tennis shoes. I used to sell Michael Jordan tennis shoes with my kinfolk and make money that way. But then come to find out, them Chinese was giving us them boo-boo Jordans. You know, the bottom of the shoe fall out real fast. Boy, we were selling them Michael Jordan tennis shoes. I'm talking about all kind of Jordans. Whole bottom of the shoe falling. Now, I said, man, these Chinese is giving you that fake stuff, boy. Now, these shoes don't even last a week. The bottom falling out. You see what I'm saying, y'all? So, man, when that boy was selling them Michael Jordan tennis shoes, boy, them shoes look all pretty. Michael Jordan on the side looking like the real. And I ain't gonna lie, some of them Michael Jordan tennis shoes, Michael Jordan was too fat on the side. That's how you knew these were boo-boo shoes. These shoes ain't real. Michael Jordan chunky. His legs ain't open like they supposed to be. He don't got the right Michael Jordan tennis shoes on. That boy had on po wings. I say, boy, this is ridiculous, JC. Because my kinfolk name is JC. And he used to get them shoes from China, and I thought my kinfolk was popping. Until I saw Michael Jordan on the side of them shoes. I said, that boy got on po wings. I said, nah, man, I can't sell these shoes, boy. They're ridiculous. Boy, you gonna get somebody killed selling somebody. You know how people take Michael Jordan tennis shoes serious, boy. I mean, it was all colors of Michael Jordan tennis shoe, Versace. I mean, just all kind of Gucci. But the shoes didn't last real long. I said, what is they doing in China? Why Michael Jordan tennis shoes last long? But what the Chinese was giving JC in them, it was boo-boo, po-wing. But let me just bag up a little bit, because I also want to tell y'all this testimony. So look, once my mama moved out of 7th Ward, we moved to Brook Green, which was another apartment. And we stayed there my whole time in high school. But then something happened, though, like the grace of the Most High. He got us out of Brook Green because, man, I'm telling y'all, Brook Green, it is so many times that I'll be out there just dribbling my basketball, hollering at my partners. You always got one dude in the group, he just stupid. He have no common sense. He don't think with his brain. His name was Nathan. We had a dude named Nathan. He was a talker. He didn't know how to fight, but he knew how to talk. One day I was dribbling my basketball, going through my legs, boo, 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 boo. All of a sudden, Nathan started running his mouth to some Mexicans. And every Mexican in the car pulled out guns. And boy, me and my partner in there, we started scattering every different way. Every different way we were scattering. So I couldn't go home, y'all, because they came inside the apartments looking for us. But remember, I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm just dribbling my ball. Teach y'all children, stop hanging with everybody. Because if he do the crime and you with him, you going to jail right along with him. All these things that I'm telling y'all, I was learning as I was growing. So today, I don't even let men in my house. besides my brother, because I trust him. I don't kick it with a lot of men because you really have to be careful who you kick it with. Now, I love my brothers, but just because you love somebody don't mean you allow everybody into your private space, especially when you have daughters, sons, kids. You can't just let people live with you. You can't just let men live with you, bro. You got your wife, you got your daughters, like, come on now. It got to be somebody you actually know. I'm talking about, I see people who build new friendships up with people, and people got the right to do what they want. But in the time we living in, trying to build up new friendships in the time that love is waxing cold, and you see people setting up people and, robbing a so-called friend. My kinfolk got robbed by his roommate who set him up. And my kinfolk, which the same one who was selling these Michael Jordan tennis shoes, my kinfolk named YP, his roommate set him up to get robbed. Do y'all hear me? Set YP up to get robbed, and the guy who robbed him held a gun to his head, made him go to the ATM machine, made him withdraw his money, and gave it to the guy. His roommate set him up. See what I'm saying? The roommate set him up. I have never been in any situation to where somebody that looked like me try to rob me, or I never been in a situation where the Most High hedge of protection under the shadow of his wings have not kept me, even though I didn't been in situations where it was dangerous and violent, but the Most High kept me because I had a praying mother. I had somebody at home praying for me, even though I was in the streets running around with my partners, but I wasn't doing the violent things that they was doing. I was mischievous, and I was a fighter. Like, that's one thing about me. I'm not killing my brother. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I don't want to kill no black man. I would rather fight you. Because when I was coming up, we was put inside of boxing. I don't know if a lot of y'all know Jay Prince, who owned Rap A Lot, but he's from the same apartments that I grew up in. And Willie D, he stayed across the street from me. So a lot of people don't know that Willie D is from Fifth Ward. Jay Prince is from Fifth Ward. Jay Prince owned half of Fifth Ward, and he put a boxing gym in Fifth Ward. And a lot of, us from Fifth Ward went to that boxing gym. Like my cousin JJ, he used to box for Jay Prince, and he became a champion. Then my cousin got on like syrup, what you call it? Not syrup, but serum. Like that stuff kind of like wet. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like wet. It's like crack. My cousin just got strung out, and Jay Prince stopped messing with him, and he was so cold with his hands, bro. But he got strung out on drugs, and Jay Prince stopped dealing with him. So when we was coming up, we fought with our hands. We used to fight each other, and then we'll be cool. A week later, our mamas will come and grab us and tell us, "Hey, apologize." Then we have to apologize to each other. But we was fighters when we was coming up. All these toting guns and shooting each other, and brothers, with all these. I'm talking about switches and assault rifles, and just laying each other down. We didn't want to kill each other when I was coming up. Murder was never on none of our mind. We never said, "I'm gonna kill you." We weren't thinking about no murder. We was kids, and we had fist fights, and then we'll be cool. Not today. Not today. Nobody don't fight no more. Because if you got a problem with somebody, your mama and them gonna make you fight about it. My mama pushed me down the stairs one time and saying, "You better not lose." And I didn't lose. Because somebody came to my house and said he wanted to fight me. And my mom is a militant woman. So she didn't say, "No, you're not gonna hit my baby." She pushed me down the stairs and saying, "You better win." And I did win. And she said, "Now get upstairs and go clean yourself up. You did good." That's the kind of mom I got. PCP. Thank you, Elder Anthony. My kinfolk was on PCP, the one that used to box for Jay Prince. And Jay Prince stopped dealing with him. My cousin went out bad. His name was JJ. He was known everywhere. He was cold with the hands. Willie D used to box. Willie D got them hands too. A lot of people, hey, Willie D got them hands, boy. But he always looking serious though, huh, y'all? That's how a lot of people is in Fifth Ward though. They don't be smiling for nothing. They just look all mad and look aggressive. And man, put a smile on your face. Willie D don't never smile. He just look all like, "Rrr." But he always looked like that though, family. Willie D has always looked like that. But he come from across the street, Kelly Court. That was across the street from me. But he did a video one time and he actually showed the place that I'm telling y'all he come from. He showed it on one of his videos. And I have a picture with me standing right by that area going to my uncle's house because my uncle, that name, he used to stay over there. So Willie D come from that area. So, man, Fifth Ward is a rich history. I mean, it is rich in Black history for real. If y'all go do some research on Fifth Ward, you're going to find out slavery. You're going to find out, like, all the great leaders and everything they did in Fifth Ward. Man, Fifth Ward is a rich place to go where you want to know about Black history. I tell you no lie. Our people did some great things in Fifth Ward, family. But now they just gentrifying it, skyscrapers, knocking down all the places where the Black people live at. And now it's starting to look like, condos, condominiums. This is what they do to our people. They push us out. And then they come in because I'm going to tell y'all something about what Caucasian people been doing for a long time too. Y'all remember that Caucasian people didn't want to live amongst Black people. So they wanted the suburbs because they wanted to be away from Black people. But then they say, hold on, man. We got to drive all the way from the suburbs to get to the arena, to get to the baseball stadium, to get to the hockey arena, to get to the restaurants. So guess what they start doing? They don't want to be in the suburbs no more. Now they want the city again. Why? Because everything is in the city. You don't got to drive that far to get to the NBA arena. You don't got to drive that far to get to the Astros arena. You don't got to drive that far to get to all these restaurants that's in the city. So they pushing our people out, whether it's 5th Ward, 7th Ward, 3rd Ward, 2nd Ward. It don't matter where it's at. They are knocking all these places down. They pushing our people out. And now you're starting to see condominiums. This is just not in Houston. This is in every city and state in America that they are gentrifying all our places where we live at, the things that we put ourselves up by the bootstraps, making these things look nice for ourselves. And they are pushing us out because now they want the city again. They want it. Why do they want it? Now they pushing you to the suburbs. At one time, they made it seem like Black people need to get a house, a nice car, and a good job, and that's the American dream. But that has never been our American dream. Because to be honest with you, Black people really do love. Now, listen to what I'm saying. I can't talk for this time. I can only go back in my time. Black people really did love being around each other. We didn't care about being around other people. We didn't care about if people didn't want to be around them. Man, we wasn't even conscious of none of that, family. What race was around us and who wasn't around us. We didn't care about that. We just had love among us. That's all that mattered. That we loved us. I have never seen white people when I lived in 7th Ward. I am not lying. I'm talking about living among us. Everybody was Black Americans. There wasn't no immigrants. It was Black Americans in 7th Ward in Yahshua. Everybody was Black, family. And it was all love flowing through them apartments. Now, like I told y'all, you had the older heads, making money and doing things out there to make their money. Even my kinfolk in them. They gave one of my kinfolks 99 years in prison. They gave Bug God, another one of my kinfolk, 55 years in prison. Every last one of my kinfolks done been to the penitentiary. Guess what the Most High showed me? Hey, go ahead out there and live like them. I'm going to let all your kinfolks go to prison. And I want you to watch them go. I want you to go try to live like them. See, the Most High was already prepping me and guiding me, showing me what not to do. So that's why he allowed me to grow up in these environments. So when I got older, I know what not to do because I seen my kinfolk and them already go through it. So why I want to go through it? See what I'm saying? So the Most High will put you in predicaments and situations, not that he trying to hurt you, but that he trying to equip you. He got to strengthen you. The Most High won't use nothing weak. The Most High gonna use that which is strong, but just need a little tuning up. The Most High don't like cowards, so he don't use cowards. The Most High love men and women who is courageous and strong, so that's what he choose to use. And guess where they always come from? The neck of the woods. The Most High barely use intellectual people because he won't get the glory from them because they gonna think they smart, they doing it. They intellect is nah. The Most High gonna always use the brother who can barely read. The Most High gonna make him sharp. Who stutter a little bit. The Most High gonna touch his mouth. The Most High gonna use the sister that everybody used to condemn and talk about. Now she a certified sword swinger for the Lord. This is who he used because he loved the humble. He don't like arrogant people. And my mama was a humble woman, especially when it came to teaching us the word, especially when it came to teaching us respect and love. And man, I mean, she taught me and my sister and them so much love. She used to say she loved us so much that me and my sister and them we'll just be saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. We heard it so much. Like one of my sisters, she just hit me up. And we just got to say, hey, I love you. I love you too. I tell all my sisters, I love y'all. I love you. I love you. Because my mama equipped us with that type of love. But I want to show y'all something. I want to show you what a house that I grew up in. And a lot of times when we young, we don't know we in poverty. We don't know we poor. Because mama got a smile on her face. She won't let us see that. We don't know we struggling. Because mama got a smile on her face and she playing music in the house praising God. We didn't know we didn't have food in the icebox sometime because mama made a way out of no way. Mama made sure we ate every day. I never can say when we didn't have a roof over our head, even though our mama struggled. Because the Lord allowed my mama to make a way out of no way because he was guiding my mama the whole time. Now, I'm going to move up a little bit because I want to tell y'all this. We all born with a purpose. You just got to find the purpose, but you can't find it. Y'all going to give it to you when the time is right, but we all have a purpose. Your purpose is not my purpose, and my purpose is not your purpose. I was born to do this, what I'm doing, fam, which is teaching the word. My mama always told me that there's greatness in his family. God showed me and told me there's greatness in his family. And y'all gonna do great things. The Most High gave me and my sisters manifold gifts. And I utilize all my gifts. But I never understood this gift until I got older. My mama always said there's greatness in this family and told me that you're going to do great. You're going to do great things. People used to always tell my mama I'm going to do great things. I didn't know what the great things was. At that time, I want me a big old pretty house, big old fancy car, bank account fat. Yeah, y'all know how we think. Man, I want to get out the hood, man. I want to live like how they live it, man. Big old house but at the end of the day, family, where you grow up at and the environment in which God put you, it can either build you or break you. But you must learn from the things that you see, that it can equip you to become a better man and woman. So these things that Yah sent us through is not to break us, it's to build us, it's to equip us, because you're going to be used for something greater than yourself. And don't get in your own way. You can't fight against Yah. I tried to fight against the purpose because I had my own purpose. I try to fight against his purpose because I had my own purpose, what I wanted to do with my life. But one thing I know about Yah now, it don't matter what your purpose is. Whatever the purpose is and the plan in which you was born for, that's going to be executed way before what you talking about. Once a person understand that Yah is just like your mother and father, when they tell you, hey, I said what I said, it's final. Yah got the ultimate last say so, and Yahshua. How you going to fight against him? My grandmother told me, you going to teach the word. I said, no, nope. No, I'm not. I ain't doing that. I am not doing it. No, I'm not. She said, it don't matter. You're going to do it anyway. I say, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to be no preacher. I don't want to teach no Bible. And I love the Bible. I just ain't want to teach it. Because I always looked at church as fake. Even when I was going to church, I said, look at that preacher. It ain't nothing but a cornball sitting up here talking about put the money in the basket. Man, how many times y'all going to pass the basket around? So even as me being young, I know something ain't right because I always looked at preachers that, man, this man up here just talking. That man just pulled one script out the Bible and he going to talk for 2-3 hours. That stuff made my stomach sick, y'all. I'm looking at my mama like, man, why are you forcing me to go to church? Well, you live in my house, you going to church. I said, can't wait to get up out of here. Jesus. She used to wake me up out of my sleep to go to Sunday school. I'm in Sunday school pouting. So look at this man. This man just cornball. What is he talking about? And don't y'all know, I tell y'all no lie, they ain't know the scriptures. They was conditioned to think one way, y'all. And that was the Christian way. A lot of y'all not. These people did not understand the Bible. And it's not their fault, y'all. We all been conditioned. So I'm not condemning them. I'm just telling y'all that the church that we all have been involved in has been the same even in 2025. There's no progress. Now, church didn't help some of y'all. It didn't make you strong in your faith. But how can something make you strong in faith that he don't even understand himself how to equip you to build up your faith? How? So Christianity did help a lot of people as far as the camaraderie, fellowship, music, you know the way it touched you as far as just hearing about God, hearing about Jesus, as far as that go, it give you a feeling, but it don't fulfill. I will say that church will give you a feeling, but it don't fulfill. It's not fulfilling you, but it do give you a feeling, an emotional high. So what y'all see today, the credit go to the Most High, the credit go to Yahshua, and to my mama. And I look just like her too, y'all. I look just like my mom. She just a brown skinned woman. My hue is a little darker than hers, but I look just like her. And I love that woman. And I'm always giving her praise and her flowers. Because I used to always hear that a woman can't raise a man. But one thing I will say, that a woman can't teach a man the things that a young boy or man need to know as far as working with his hands. So I thank the Most High for my stepfather, because he taught me how to change cars, how to change alternator, how to change oil, how to change tires, how to work on my own car, which I used to do. because a woman want a man who can work with his hands. You got to be able to build something. You got to be able to do something with your hands as a young man or as a man. And my stepfather taught me these things. So I don't need to go pay somebody to work on my car, even though, the hard things, you don't have no choice because, you don't got all the utensils or the material to change your own brake pads. But the point I'm making is that it's good that we was taught these things. So if we do need to get down there under the car, we can do it. Because I used to get under my car and change my oil. I already knew how to do it. He showed me everything. Alternator, starter, everything. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to my stepfather for showing me how to work with my hands. So like, the things that we was taught back in the day, they're not taught today. The young men that don't know how to work with their hands today. They know how to work them guns though, but they don't know how to build nothing with their hands. When we was in school, we had wood shop. They had home ed. When a young woman was pregnant, they had something to show the young woman how to hold the baby, how to do this with the baby, how to feed the baby, how to change the baby. They took all that stuff out of school. They took everything out of school. And look at y'all today. We still made it, family. 45 years old. I'm 45 years old. And I can honestly say, Yah have kept me under the shadow of his wings for 45 years. He have not allowed no harm to come upon me. Even when it could have went bad, but he protected me because I had a praying mother. He protected my friends because I had a praying mother. Because a lot of times you go places, stuff don't happen because you in the room. Because the whole room will be protected by your faith and your belief and your steadfastness. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else. Somebody in the room might be wicked, but God might protect the whole room because you in the room, and protect him because you in the room. Even though he might want to judge him and bring wrath upon him, but he don't do it because you in the room or she in the room. Because of your faith can maintain a whole room. Your belief in Yah can maintain a whole room. You might got unbelievers in this room, but y'all won't do nothing to the room because you in the room. That's some love right there, boy. And I truly believe because of my obedience to my mother that I have been given manifold mercy. Because anything can happen in the environment that I grew up in. It was terrible. When I tell y'all it was violence, I'm talking violence. It was so bad. I used to eat my nails till they bleed. It was so bad. I used to hold my heart. Thought I was going to die. Every night I went to sleep when I was young, I put my hand on my heart. And that's how I slept. In my mind, is I'm going to die? Is my heart going to stop? I remember one time I was sleeping in my bed and they was shooting. Bah, 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 bah. I go get my mama. Mama, please come in my room. Please, they shooting again. And y'all know how black mothers get sometimes. Boy, go get your blanket in that bed, boy. Don't come knocking on my door no more. Please, mama, come on, mama, they shooting, please. My mama finally got out the bed. She hear the gunshots. Bah, 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 bah. So she lay in the bed with me, right? We laying in the bed together, me and my mama. This is when I grew up in 7th Ward. Listen to this story. We laying in the bed, me and my mama. I feel more comfortable that my mother is laying by me. But remember, I'm telling y'all, I'm biting my fingernails. I'm talking about to the skin, to the meat, because I'm paranoid, y'all. That PTSD kicking in. All these gunshots. Every night I got to hear gunshots, y'all. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. I'm like, oh my God, man, mama, please come in my room. My mama is laying in my bed with me. All of a sudden. And if I call my mama right now on the phone, she gonna validate this story. If I call my mama right now, she gonna validate this story. Guess what happened, family? I'm laying in the bed. I look at my window panel, the same window I used to crawl out of like I was Spider-Man. Guess what's sitting on my window? A demon is hissing at me. He hissing at me. So I'm shaking my mama. Mama, get up. Mama, mama, look. My mama eyes is rolling in the back of her head. I can't wake her up. I can't shake my mama. Her eyes is going in the back of her head, but I'm trying to wake her up, but I can't. A demon is hissing at me. He had so many ugly teeth in his mouth. He was crawling on my window panel. When my mama eyes went back regular, she looked up and she saw the demon too. Y'all know why I'm telling y'all this story for? I'm getting the chills right now. Satan already knew what I was born for. He was trying to kill me before I can fulfill it. My partner put a gun to my head when I was in the 8th grade. But the gun didn't go off. Satan already knew my purpose. He trying to stop me before I can fulfill it. Because Satan know who gonna be effective and who not gonna be effective. Satan know who gonna do it right and who not gonna do it right. Satan know who gonna bring many people to the Lord and who not gonna bring many people to the Lord. Satan know who gonna bear good fruit, who not gonna bear good fruit. My partner put a gun in my head in the 8th grade. I knew this dude from school. He told me, let's take a walk. So I go walk with him because I know him. All of a sudden, he put a 38 to my head. I'm still here, family. Satan was trying to kill me before I can fulfill my obligation to Yah. When me and my mama saw that demon, he disappeared like that. He was gone. She saw it, what I saw. It's not a fake story at all. I realized that my environment that most people become a product of, and it's not their fault, family, because they put us in these environments like roaches just so we can eliminate each other and kill each other and hate each other. But what they thought was going to happen didn't happen in the 80s because it was nothing but love flowing through the communities of Black people. We looked out for each other. We ate with each other. Your mama was my auntie. My mama was your auntie. Your daddy I call uncle. We became family. I can go to my neighbor's house and eat with them because my mama wasn't home, or my mama will leave a note and say, if anything go wrong, go to Sharon's house. Y'all go down there to her house. If anything go wrong, if anything happen, just go to Sharon's house. And we can do that, family. Satan was trying to kill me because he knew my purpose. And he been trying to do it for a long time. So a lot of times when them guns was coming out that I'm telling y'all, I remember a Colombian dude, and y'all know you don't play with no Colombians. I remember this guy named Nathan. He was running his mouth to this Colombian guy. And that boy say, go upstairs and get the guns and kill everything out here. He slapped his sister so, this Colombian man was a big old dude. He slapped Nathan's sister so hard that he left his handprint in her face. And she could not walk. She could not walk, family. He slapped her that hard that she just could not walk. He had to drag his sister home. Now remember, he just say, get the guns and kill everybody. Man, we got up out of there so fast. And when we went to Nathan's house, telling that boy, you got to chill out, bro. Like, man, like, bro, you got your sister slapped, dog. When we looked at that girl's face, that girl had a handprint in her face. That's how hard he slapped her, y'all. Because when you're around the wrong people, bad things happen, family. So the Most High is showing us these things even today. You got to be careful who you allow in your space. Everybody that look like you doesn't mean they are of you or think like you or have the same goals and admirations that you have. Some people come around you because they are a distraction. Some people Satan sent to cause you to stumble, to fall, that you don't fulfill your obligation. So just because they look like you don't mean they have your best interest. And a lot of times we say, oh, I love my people and I want to be around my people. And you think in your mind the good of your people, But you have to always pray and ask Yah, is this person right for me? Should I go or should I forbear? Should I be in this company with these people? Show me these people, Yah. Show me they mind, Yah. Are they for me or against me? You have to talk to Yah. You got to ask Yah. I could honestly tell y'all that all my partners that I've been around, we always fail a lot because these Negroes be hating. When I was doing the music, they wanted to put me in the magazine. When I was doing the music out here in Houston, Texas, me and my partner fell a lot because he started hating. We fell out. Every time I'm trying to help a Negro, we fall out. Guess why? Because these Negroes be hating, family, because they see something in you they don't have. Instead of just fulfilling their purpose, they want your purpose. Because they see the greatness and how people gravitate to you. If I don't go to a family gathering, my sister and them gonna curse me out. When I pull up to my uncle Kevin house, who named me, guess what happened? My whole family, man, they be excited just to see me. Guess why? Because sometimes you just have that light that resonate with people, family. And people just love when you around. I can't miss no gathering with my family. Oh, you mother blank. Oh, you on yeah. My sister gonna be going off on the Negro. I'm their only brother too. I'm my sister's only brother. And I'm the oldest. And my sisters is the only. My sister and them always say, man, if you ain't like my brother, I don't want to talk to you. The reason why I'm saying this because me respecting my sisters, me not calling them out their name, me being honorable in front of them, they have a great deal of respect for me as a man. And a lot of times what women see in the house, they want a replica of that type of spirit. You know, they want that respect. They want that type of love, that to know that you got their back. I remember a dude swung at my sister one time and they told that boy, man, you don't know who her brother is? He said, I don't care who her brother is. So I go to the school. I couldn't find him though. They told that boy, I said, bro, she finna go get her brother. My sister and them always knew I had their back. When me and my sister went to court, guess who went to court? We went to court together because I had their back. I always had my sister's back. If you going to court, we going to court together. If something go down, all they got to do is come get me. And me and my kinfolk and them went to school together. So y'all know ain't nobody finna mess with us when we all in school together. Come on now. And I had I'm talking about big old swole kinfolk. My kinfolk Eric Lynette, 236. My kinfolk Slim, 6'7". My cousin Bo, come on now, 5'9". Nobody played with us in school. And then my sisters and them went to school with me. Wasn't nobody touching my sister and them, dog. They say, man, hey, boy, hey, you better chill out, boy. You must know who her brother in them is. So I say all that to say is that I have always respected my 6 sisters. They ain't never been called the B word by me. Or the H word, or swung on them, put my hands on them. Nope, we don't do that. No, my mama taught me right to be respectable to the daughters of Zion. That's why it's so easy for me to respect women too. Very easy for me to respect women. And guess what? I can be around women and they don't have to worry about the room becoming strange. You know how men become like perverted and stuff? No woman will ever have to worry about me like acting weird around them. My CUC sisters and them will tell you that. I don't become strange. Like I know how to be around women and conversate with them. And it could be intellectual without it becoming weird. Like when women be like, man, look how you looking at me. He looking strange. Like Jason and Freddy Cougar. So you don't want that. No, you do not want that. We need respect. We got to respect the daughters of Zion, man. We just do. We got to respect the brothers. We just do. But the brothers, y'all the leaders, man. Whether you build your house up or it come crashing down, you're going to be held responsible, brother. You can whine about it. You can cry about it. I'm just being honest with you. You're going to be held responsible for your family being elevated, or if you crash that house down and it burned. You are responsible, brother, for what you instill in your church. You have to instill the right values and more in your children, and you have to teach your children to respect their mother, to respect their sister, especially if you got sons. If your son can't respect what's in the house, he should never try to date somebody else's daughter or marry somebody else's daughter. If he disrespect his mama, he gonna disrespect somebody else's daughter. If he disrespect his sister, he gonna disrespect somebody else's daughter. If he put his hands on his mama, your daughter is in trouble. Your daughter in trouble. So we need fathers raising sons. And we need fathers being a good example for the daughters. So your daughter know what to look for when she want a man. Because if the daddy is not right, she gonna always pick the no right man that's for her. Because that's the only thing she ever saw. The boy gotta know what type of young woman to pick. If his mother is a virtuous and honorable woman, he gonna want an honorable woman. But if the boy mama not right, and he having mama problems, he gonna have women problems. My mother, even though she didn't do everything right, she was honorable in the way she raised me as a man. So when people say a woman can't raise a man, no, she couldn't show me how to work on cars, but she equipped me with the right game, the right information, the right attitude. I'm still working on myself, we all, work in progress. Because I have an aggressive nature by nature, just I'm a man. So, people always tell me, bro, your energy is just Jesus. Like, your energy is too strong, bro. But it's not me. It's just the way I look, man. Like, I'll be at work, y'all. People be passing by me talking about, man, why your face like that? I'll be like, because it's my face. What you mean? I can't help how I look. Man, why you look so aggressive? I'm not looking aggressive. It's just the way my face is, bro. So, that's just the way the most I made my face. What you want me to do? Man, you need to smile. I am smiling. When I'm not smiling, I'm still smiling. Yeah, bro. So a lot of men, like my mama is an aggressive woman, bro. So I got her nature. Like, I'm aggressive. I got some of her traits. They not all good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'd rather be honest. I got some of my mama ways, good ways. And that aggressive nature, that's what I'm working on. Because I'm the type of person, like, I don't like goofy stuff, and like, I'm silly. I like having fun. But I remember one time this dude said, yeah, if I called you the N-word, what you would do? I say, do it. Go ahead. Like, come on, let's practice right now. Try it. I say, but what I'm going to do after you say it, don't go tell the boss. Like, why would you ask me something like that? Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. I hate stupid stuff. This boy say, what would you do if I call you the N-word? I say, come on, let's practice right now. Say it right now. And watch what I'm about to do. Y'all know he didn't say it right. Y'all know he didn't say it. Cause I would have slid that boy. Talking about, can I say the N-word? Not to me, you can't. And that's another thing people be talking about. Well, the Mexicans grew up around us. Man, ain't no Mexicans finna call me no N-word. And don't get me wrong, nigga ain't bad. Niggas, niggas. We know it ain't bad. But I don't like the way they be trying to use it. Stop, man. I told a white boy one time, talk white when you talk to me, dog. Stop with the say, bro. What's up, bro? Hey, brother. And be quiet with all that, dog. Talk white, bro. You know you don't talk like that. You won't go in there talking to me if you was in front of your mom and your daddy. Hey, brother. How you doing, bro? Shut up, man. I told that white boy that for real. I said, man, don't talk to me like that with that brother stuff, bruh. Talk to me like you talk every day. Like a white boy. And we was at work. He was like, how you doing, brother? I said, boy, you don't talk like that, man. Don't do that, bro. Talk like a white boy. How you usually talk? I make people uncomfortable, boy, because I am blunt. I'm going to tell you, hey, my partner Jay, one of my good friends, man, real good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for 16 years. That boy said, boy, you just be saying anything. Boy, you don't care what you say. I don't. I care what I say, but I'm talking about if I'm trying to make a point and I know I'm being right with the point, because I see what you trying to do. Because let's be real, y'all, white people do get around us and they try to act like they down and holding up the fist and, you know, hey, bro, what's up, brother? I'm down with the cause, bro. Man, stop it. You don't talk like that. Soon you get around your mama and dad. How was school, Bobby? It was great, Mom. Awesome. I made it A. I want to show y'all something right quick. Hey, dude. That's how white people really talk. Hey, dude. You want to go mountain climbing, dude? Let's go ride bikes, dude. You think your mama let me spend the night, Bobby? Let me show y'all this right here. I used to live in a house like this, y'all. Look, I'm going to show y'all this. This is Phil Ward right here, man. Y'all brother grew up at. I want y'all to see this house I grew up in. Let me do the fair use. Hold on. Let me do the fair use, guys. Well, hold on, bro. Wait, y'all, bro. Let me stop. I'm silly, man. You silly, bro. All right, family. Let me show y'all this. Y'all brother. Oh, boy, this our grocery store in the hood. Y'all see this? This how the store look in the hood. Look at this. Look at this, family. It's the grocery store. I remember when I grew up in Fifth Ward, they had stores like this. They sold meat, cheese, and it was ran by Chinese and Asians. So we didn't understand what they was doing in our community. We didn't understand what they was doing in our communities at that time when I was young. But y'all notice that they always in our community with their stores, because now I get it now. The bank give them a loan. They tell them where to go and open up a business at. You're going to make money off of black people because they're going to tell them every negative thing about black people. And that's where they're going to go and open their store up at. And we're going to go inside of that store because that's the only store they see. And we're going to go spend our money with them. And they're going to be disrespectful. Say all type of thing. They showed y'all that on Menace to Society. When she said, the dude said, I feel sorry for your mama. Now, what you doing telling that boy you feel sorry for his mama? And you in the neighborhood where these people live at, open up a business, but you scared when the people come in the store. How stupid can you be? You scared of the people, but you open up a business in the same area of the people you scared of. I told an Arab dude one time, and I stopped going in the store after this. I said, man, you a coward. He said, get out the store. Get out the store. I say, shut up, coward. I said, that's why you got that big old glass right there. You a coward. I say, go back to your own homeland and see if you can make money off your Arab ball. And I stopped going to them stores, bro. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I stopped giving them people my money because the store was right across the street. It was a Valero, and it was right across the street when I was living in the hood. And they had a big old glass, you know what I'm saying, to cover themselves up. So when they be talking that noise, right? So I'll never forget, one night I was sitting on the porch and these 4 guys jumped out of a car with ski masks on. Big old guns too. And them boys ran on side of that store with them guns and they locked the door from the inside. So the dudes jumped back in the car. That would have been a bloodbath because them dudes was disrespectful inside of that store. And them dudes had them choppers on them, boy. But they jumped back in the car. And as soon as they jumped in that car, the police came. So they got away by the skin of their teeth. But them boys jumped out with ski masks. They had on all black. Their face was covered up. And they hid on side the wall. And I guess they can see them from the cameras. And they locked the door from the inside. And that's how them dudes wasn't able to get inside the store. So the point that I'm saying is that these people who come in these communities that where we live at, they don't have no respect for the people who live in those communities. They just there to make the money and send their kids to college and buy them a big old pretty house. You know, make sure the bank account's sitting right, send money back to their people in the country where they come from, but disrespect the people where they live at. Disrespect the people where they got a business at. So let me play this. They go another store. Do y'all see what I'm showing y'all? They go another food mart. Y'all see this? These are not black-owned stores. Now we understand the game now. Now we understand how these people are sending their kids through school. I'm talking about from this time. They come and open up store, but they live all the way on the other side of town. They live on the other side of town, but they come in a rundown neighborhood that y'all see, filled water, and open up shop. Come on now, y'all know they told them to go do that. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna come and open up shop when they live on the other side of town because they can't make money on their own people, but they know they can make money off of us. There we go. I lived in a house like this, family. Y'all see this white house? I lived in a house like this with my mama and my sisters. And I thank the Most High for the struggle. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Just hold on. I lived in a house just like this white house right here. And I thank the Most High for the struggle because it humbled me. People look at struggling like it's something bad. But how you gonna know how good something is if you never struggle? How you gonna know something is great and good if you never struggle? Because a person who never struggle is gonna act like a big old baby when something go wrong. So I appreciate the struggle because now I know how to maneuver through life because of my struggles. My struggles strengthen me. Now I know how to move through life. Now I know how to be humble. Now I know how to look at my poor brother and have compassion and have empathy and go and grab his hand and say, did you eat today, sir? Here go a jacket, sir. Here go some shoes, sir. Here go a jacket for the cold, sir. Because your own struggles humbled you. Now you can look at the struggles of your people and you can have that compassion and empathy. But when you a big old spoiled baby who never been through nothing, you will never be able to resonate with the struggle of your people. And that's why so many people who got a different type of lifestyle, meaning they got money, they live in a delicious life, they don't reach their hand back when they see a poor brother or a poor sister or a family that's homeless. They walk right past them because there's no compassion there for those people because they can't resonate with that type of story. So they just pass them on along. I remember one time we was coming out of church and I was livid. When I tell y'all I was mad, you know why I was mad? All these people just came out the church, right? And I sat back and I say, I'm going to see who going to ask this black man and his wife, are they hungry? Now, the man is sitting right by the thing, the microphone, when they say, may I take your order? Him and his wife is sitting right by that microphone. Every car passed that man up and did not ask that brother and his wife, did you eat today, sir? Are you hungry? Get anything you want. Nobody, not one car that just came from church. I pull up to the sign. I say, sir, how you doing today? He said, I'm doing good, young man. I said, did you eat today, sir? Now I'm mad while I'm talking to him. I said, did you eat today, sir? He said, no, I haven't eaten anything. I said, get anything you want. I didn't know he had a wife, though. She came from the other side. But then when she came to him, I said, oh, my God, I'm glad that he ordered enough food for his wife. So the point that I'm saying is that the way my mama raised me and her good morals, her good compassion and empathy, it rubbed off on me. I don't like to see my people struggling. It breaks my heart. So it's automatic empathy and compassion. So as soon as I walked up to him, as soon as I drove up to the machine, I said, sir, did you eat today? He said, I haven't eaten anything. I said, get anything you want. I got you. I paid for him and his wife food. He ate. I went on about my business and I felt good in my soul. But I was mad because I'm looking at all these cars pass by this brother, going up to this little microphone and not asking this man one time was he home. And they just left church, y'all. Some of the fakest people come from church. That's why I can't stand over righteous people. I can't stand a person. I remember one time my grandmother, she prayed so long she made my stomach sick. You know you don't got to pray that long over some food. You're showing out and you're doing too much. Can you hurry up with the prayer? Even the Most High probably was getting tired of hearing your voice. You don't got to do all that over praying over grace over the food. This woman was just getting carried away, dog. I was like, come on, man. Hurry up and say amen, lady. Jesus. I'm just standing there like, are you serious? You gonna do the Lord like that? Irritate him with all these words. When the Lord said don't use vain repetition, you're just talking. Hurry up, grandma. Jesus. We trying to cut the turkey. And you sitting up here just talking. Doing a little bit too much of it too, grandma. The ham was getting cold, the turkey cold. Oh, the dressing was cold. Oh, the potato salad. We talking cornbread. Everything was getting cold. Even the fruit punch was getting hot. Because she prayed for an hour. She prayed for an hour. Y'all think I'm lying? She prayed for an hour. We told her, come on, man. Everybody started sitting down on the couch. The woman just did too much now. And I love you, but you're doing too much, man. Over righteous. Stop. And that's the problem, y'all, in the church. They too over righteous. Oh, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Oh, you're so awesome. There's nothing wrong with praising the Lord. But you up here trying to toot the Lord horn. Man, get the Lord the right type of praise, trying to toot his horn like he gonna give you an extra bucket of chicken or something. Because you said, oh, Lord, you so great and merciful. Oh, hallelujah, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. And the Lord going, man, be quiet. You're doing too much. Give me my praise and go on about your business. You using all these vain repetitions like I'm going to give you a extra bucket of chicken and biscuits or something and coleslaw. Just stop. Just get a man what due to him. Now, he is magnificent. But I'm not finna be sitting up here going in front of the Lord, just doing all this like he gonna give me, you know what I'm saying, an extra raise or something. Oh, I got to give K. Judah an extra $2 or $3 at his job because, boy, he praised me wonderfully. I praise the Lord in sincerity, family. I'm not finna get in front of this man doing too much and doing too much talking just to be talking, using vain repetition. Because I want the Lord to see I really love you, Lord. You are awesome. Oh, I know he awesome. You better believe that. But I'm going to be sincere with my prayer instead of just using vain repetition. Family, I grew up in a house like this right here. My mother and my sisters. I had a transformer big wheel. I'll never forget it. And don't y'all know, when I grew up in Fifth Ward, there was a church on every corner in Fifth Ward. I get it now. They did it on purpose, family. We had all those churches and all these preachers. But the preacher didn't have the right type of knowledge to give the people the medicine that can heal them. The Bible is the medicine, family, and we never knew it. We never understood it. And we can't beat the preachers up too bad because at that time in them 80s and 90s, them preachers didn't know they was Israelites. But the preachers today is worse off than those preachers, because we can at least say those preachers back in the 80s and 90s, they didn't know they was Israelites, but Creflo and them do know about the Israelites. Creflo and them do know about the truth. They just refuse to teach the truth. So they're going to be held more accountable than those preachers back in those times, because y'all remember what I told y'all? The preachers back in the day took the Bible seriously. Even though they didn't have the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding, they did have some form of understanding, but they did not understand why we was in our condition. But these preachers today, they do know why we're in our condition, but they refuse to teach the people the truth. Y'all know what I don't understand? If Yahshua say, go to the lost sheep, that means we need to find out who the lost sheep. If Yahshua say, I'm coming to gather that which was lost, that means I need to find out who is he going to come and gather that which was lost and who is lost. And who is these people that he talking about, I'm the God of Israel? Nobody lay these things to heart, family. Because I keep telling y'all, nobody can acknowledge you as the children of Israel. Because if they do, they know judgment coming for what has happened to you, family. And they can acknowledge that because your persecution, it's a recompense, a tithe. It's a recompense, it's tied to your suffering. So how you have been persecuted and hated and destroyed, there's indignation and wrath, a tithe. I don't know why I keep saying a tithe. It's tied to your suffering. So that's why they can't acknowledge you as the people, because by acknowledging you, all their crimes come up. Every crime they have done to you, it come up. It come up in their mind. It come up while they sleep. It come up at the dinner table. When they see you walking down the street, all their crimes come up. This is why they keep telling you, forget slavery. Stop living in the past. But they don't tell the Jewish people to stop living in the past. They don't tell 9/11 people that commemorate that to stop living in the past. They don't tell the Japanese people to stop living in the past. What happened to them with Hiroshima and Nagasaki? They don't tell nobody else to stop living in the past but you. You know why? Because there is judgment attached to your suffering. And that's why I like the Christianity that my grandmother and them grew up in. I like the Christianity that my grandpa and them grew up in. I like the Christianity that when my mama took us to church, the preacher was serious about what he was saying, even though he didn't have the knowledge of the truth. But your preachers today is about money. They wasn't about money back in the day. They really was feeding the homeless, clothing the homeless, helping the church out. They wasn't robbing the people doing what your preachers do today. They didn't have big old pretty churches that sit 20 and 30,000 people. What y'all doing? You ain't doing nothing. Big old church for nothing. Just a big old empty room with no air. So that's why when I say I didn't like going to church, it was the time that I got older that I'm telling y'all about. But when I was a little boy, I liked going to church because I felt the love of the church. But boy, when I got in my teens, that 17, 18, 19, I despise church because there wasn't no sincerity in that church, and I can feel it. I never caught the Holy Ghost. The preacher put his hand on me and I didn't fall on the ground. I didn't feel nothing because the Most High was already preparing me my exit. The Most High was already showing me this is not the way, KJ. I am not in this building. There is no truth in here. And I'm going to snatch you up out of here at the right time. Because let me tell y'all something before I go. The Most High is not going to give you your purpose and mission that he have for your life until it's the right time. You can do what I did all you want. What's my purpose, Lord? What I'm born for? Is it just to live in the hood and die like this and die brokenhearted and poor? The Lord heard all of that. But boy, it's not the right time. Just relax. At the right time, I'm going to give you your nationality. At the right time, you're going to go teach my word. So all these things was prophesied to me through my grandmother, through family, through people at the church, what God is going to use me for, but I didn't understand it because it wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time, family. But when I was 29 years old, getting ready to be 30, the same age that Yahshua started to teach, the same age that the priest can come into the ministry at 30 years old, guess what happened? At 29 years old, a YouTube video popped up on my TV screen. And I clicked on it. And the title of the video was called The African Americans Are the Hebrew Israelites. And I clicked on that video and I watched the whole documentary. And I grabbed my Bible and I follow along Deuteronomy 28, even though there's other historical information. But Deuteronomy 28, and the elder went through every verse in the Bible. And I closed my Bible in disbelief. I was so overjoyed to the point of tears that I finally come true, that I know my nationality now, that I am a son of the Most High Yah. I am a true Israelite by blood, not by religion. After that elder got through with that video, I went outside and threw the Christmas tree in the trash can. I threw all the lights in the trash can. I threw all the decoration in the trash can. I immediately stopped eating shrimp. I made no excuses. I didn't complain, even though it was hard to do, but I did not complain. Oh man, why I can't eat shrimp and crabs and lobster? No, I just stopped immediately because I wanted to be obedient. I had already stopped eating pork at least 5-10 years before I came into the truth. So pork didn't bother me, but the shrimp was hard. You know, I stopped doing it, but boy, every time I see shrimp in the store right now, I be like, oh God, look at the butterfly shrimp. Just look how it look. Oh, looking all good. I want to dip it, but I can't eat it because I want to be obedient. So that day forward is all I was searching. Israelite videos, Israelite teachers. I started seeing the camps. This is way before Nathaniel became big. I was watching Nathaniel, and he used to always have a brother with him, start with a B word, Bear something. He was a great reader. Oh, I used to love the way that brother read. Him and Nathaniel was doing a thing. And I never forget that I actually witnessed Hathan, the one that's in Israel United in Christ, that big tall brother. I actually witnessed him coming to the camp with Nathaniel, and then when it was just Nathaniel and another brother. And then he had Hathan reading for him. And he was so humble at that time and reading nervously. You know, he was nervous while he was reading, and you could tell like he just coming in. And I saw Hathan come into this walk with Nathaniel. And then it went from there. I started watching what's his name? HOI, Zabak. I watched Zabak a little bit. I watched Light of Israel. I watch Yahshua. I won't be cursing, going crazy in New York. I watched a lot of camps, but guess what I did though, family? I prayed and asked the Most High, family. I say, Most High, Yah, please, Father, direct me to some true men of the Lord who can guide me in the right way. I want what you gave Solomon. I want true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I would not deceive your people. I would not play with your word. I would not lie on your word. I would not manipulate your word. And I would not do this for money, for any gain. I would do this from the sincerity of my heart. So next thing you know, I found Bro Bowie and Bro Marlon. And these are the elders who taught me. And I was in close communication with a sister at the Israel of God. And we used to always converse back and forth. She knew me by name. I knew her by name. Because I used to always buy all of Bro Bowie DVDs. And I still got them right here. I got all my Israel of God DVDs. I got every last one of them up here. So even if something was to happen, I got all my DVDs. And then after I learned from them, the Most High say it's time now. Now it's time for me to take you, KJ. Now it's time for you to go do what your grandmother had prophesied to you that I put in her, that you're going to teach my word. So once I left my elders, now it's time for me to put my own lessons together. Because you can't just be regurgitating somebody else's lessons. Now it's time for you to dive into the Bible, which I did for 10 years. Now it's time for me to start reading history. Now it's time for me to get my understanding. So when somebody asks me a question, I can get an edification. That's exactly how I came into the truth. That's exactly how it went, that it took me 10 years to read the whole Bible. It took me 10 years to study, 10 years to get the understanding, 10 years to break down all the precepts in the Bible, line by line, precept by precept, to make it easier for me to navigate and put my lessons together. What I'm telling you, family, is that this was hard work and dedication. This was hard work and dedication, family. If you want anything in life, you got to put the work in. I noticed that everybody want to teach the Bible, but everybody don't have the edification to do it. So what a lot of people will do, they'll regurgitate doctrine that they heard, but not what they read. Like for instance, a sister just wrote me. A sister wrote me. And this sister told me, Ruth is a Moabite. I say, sister, whatever you do, don't be so hasty to spew out anything until you have asked the question and you get the right edification. So I gave her my lesson. Is Ruth a Moabite or Israelite? She come back, evidently she didn't watch that lesson. She come back and say, I don't see what you see. Now, let me tell y'all why I'm saying this. I showed her the maps. I showed her that Ruth lived in an area that was given to Reuben. This woman still told me that Ruth was a Moabite. Then I told her, you asking questions, that's kind of like you being tedious. Because now you asking, well, why she ain't just say there was her people? Why she ain't just call herself an Israelite? I told the sister, they called themselves after the name in the land in which they live. Like when they called Jacob was a Syrian, or when it told Israel in the book of Ezekiel 16, your father was an Amorite and your mother a Hittite. Our father really not an Amorite. Our mother really not a Hittite. It's the land of our nativity. See what I'm saying? She still didn't get it, y'all. So I told her, look, man, believe what you want to believe. The point that I'm telling y'all all this for is that people see what they want to see, family. Because if it go against what they've been taught, they regurgitating doctrine, they're going to reject everything that you're showing them. I showed everything in that lesson, proving that Ruth was not a Moabite by blood. That's what else I asked her. I say, show me in the Bible where a heathen got a book named after them. She couldn't show me. Show me in the Bible where a heathen have a book, chapter and verse, named after them. Christ came through a pure lineage, through the line of David, through the promise of Abraham. How can Ruth be a Moabite by blood where there is no heathen books named after heathens. Every book in the Bible is by Israelite, written by Israelite for Israelites. She wasn't a heathen, man. I don't see why people don't see this. The woman lived in the plains of Moab. It was given to Reuben. They lived in the land in the time of the judges for over 300 years. And this woman still told me, I believe she was a Moabite. So I told her, go believe what you believe. Why are you bothering me? I know she wasn't no Moabite by blood. Nobody want to deal with the history when it come to root. They want to go straight to root, but not deal with Numbers chapter 21. Not deal with the battles that Israel fought in order to get to root. But then when you ask where Moses died in the plains of Moab, so how the land still belong to the Moabites if it was given to Reuben and Ruth? So you trying to tell me that Ruth came from down the Arnon River and she went up there to the land of Reuben? Stop it. They killed everything above the Arnon River in the plains of Moab, and there was no Moabites in that land because Arnon took it from Moab. So how is Ruth the Moabite by blood? Make it make sense, man. But she want to argue me down, though. Rahab the harlot in Christ's genealogy, that is not Rahab the harlot, family. But that's what people believe, though. I'm just telling y'all. They say Job is an Edomite. But guess what? All you got to go do, and this for anybody, if anybody tell y'all Job is an Edomite, guess what you do? You go and look at how long Job lived, and that's how you going to know he was born way before Esau. Let me say that again. Moses died at 120 something. In the time of Abraham and them, long life was still put on the table. Way longer than the time of Moses and them. Because it went to 120, then it went to 70, and by strength 80. Job was born way before that time frame that they lived at 120 because Job lived past 120. Knowledge. Woo! Help us, Lord. Job was born in the time of Abraham and them, family. And he lived in Teman way before Esau was born. Just look at a map. Just look at a map. How can he be an Edomite and he was born before Esau? But everybody want to argue people down. Everybody want to argue and fight. But you don't have the right understanding to argue and fight. This is crazy that all these different doctrines, all these different all these different lessons that people putting together, but it's not in the scriptures though. You got people fighting over whether reincarnation is real. Family, reincarnation is not biblical, but they fighting over it though. Dog, people within the truth don't even believe that the Most High can put a baby in Mary. He need a man to do it. But they have faith though. They have faith though. You got Israelites say they just believe in the Old Testament. You got Israelites say I just believe in the New Testament. You got Israelites, they got every doctrine, a wind, a doctrine under heaven, family. One dude, he's a Christian. He just wrote me, just a goofball. Man, you trying to change the scriptures. The Bible says Christ came to fulfill. I asked him, did Christ fulfill everything he came to fulfill? Because the Bible said that he came to fulfill what's written in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms. Did he come back yet? Did he destroy the nations yet? Did he gather Israel yet? So all ain't been fulfilled, goofball. But everybody want to argue KJ down. This boy say he did fulfill everything. Man, how he fulfilled everything and we still in captivity? He not sitting on the throne ruling over Jacob. He haven't taken down the nations and brought them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. What are you talking about, bro? All ain't been fulfilled yet, boy. Everything written in the Psalms ain't been fulfilled. It's just sad, man. That's all I can tell y'all. Man, but look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know, this just a little part of my testimony. The Most High took this little boy, KJ, from his mama's womb. And the doctor told my mama that one of us wasn't gonna make it. The doctor told my mama that one of us wasn't gonna make it. And look at and look, me and my mama made it. We both here today. And guess guess how magnificent the Most High and Yahshua is. My mother's mother, I'm born on her birthday, December the 28th. I'm born on my grandmother's birthday. And when I was born, my grandmother told my uncle to go name me. And he named me after him. And when my mama brought me home before my grandmother died, because she was battling some health issues because my grandmother was shot 5 times, trying to protect her daughter from a woman who came to shoot my grandmother's daughter, my Aunt Brenda, but ended up shooting my grandmother 5 times. And my grandmother survived. She survived the 5 bullets. But my mama said she think that caused the decline of her health. But my mama told me that she used to always say, go get KJ and bring him in the room with me. And my mama said one day when she brought me in the room, my grandmother, a big old bright light shined in the room when my grandmother was holding me. And then my grandmother passed after that. So my mama always told me, man, this family is blessed. And it's a lot of greatness among this family in y'all that God didn't already show me this. He didn't already told me that your family gonna be great. And my sisters and myself and, you know, we all alive. All the grandbabies alive. Everybody have health and strength and we strong. And we haven't lost nobody within my immediate family. My mama's still alive. My biological father's still alive. All my sisters still alive. All their kids still alive. And I thank the Most High for that. And the Most High have really protected me and my sisters, man. Where no harm have come upon none of us. Even though it almost went bad not too long ago. But the Most High still protected my mother and my sister now. And y'all know they don't never want me to know nothing. They don't never want me to, you know, They don't want your brother KJ to know nothing. My mama be talking about, don't tell y'all brother. Yeah, because she know. Don't tell me nothing. But I'm in the truth now, so I can't do nothing. But give it to the Most High Yah. Put it in Yah's hands. That's all I can do. But family, that's my little testimony. I done seen a lot of things with my eyes, family, and I'm telling you, I am grateful to be alive today. I am totally grateful. All praise to the Most High Yah. I couldn't have did it without my Father, the Most High Yah. I couldn't have did it without Yahshua HaMashiach keeping his hand upon me, protecting me, having mercy upon me, not taking his hand up off of me, not taking that hedge of protection away, sticking to the code that my mama told me, which is never lose faith in the Most High Yah. Don't ever not believe in him. You know, don't ever lose my faith. You know, don't allow myself to get angry to where, oh, it's the Most High fault. No, my mama never allowed us to blame God for nothing. Whatever decisions we make, that's on you. You made those decisions. Y'all know how people be like, God, why you letting me go through this? No, we ain't never do that in my house. God ain't letting you go through nothing. And I'm going to do a lesson on that too. I'm going to do a lesson called Purpose versus Allowing Things to Happen. Because I think when people see like certain things happen, they'll say, I guess that's the Most High purpose. Nah. Just because he allowed something to happen don't mean that's the purpose. It wasn't his purpose for Israel to go into captivity, but he allowed it to happen. Because this is what Israel asked for. So he allowed it to happen, but this wasn't the purpose. The purpose was for us to get the land, enjoy the land, be blessed in the land, increase in the land, replenish in the land, and be above all people. That's the plan and purpose. But everything after that, he allowed it to happen, so that wasn't his purpose. So I think people get that confused when they say, oh, I guess it's God's purpose. Oh, I guess God, no, we're not going to do y'all like that. His purpose is all good. But disobedience can divert from the purpose and cause what we see today, which he allowed to happen because we deviated from the purpose. Elder Gilbert, what you would have to do is start in Numbers chapter 21. And once you start in Numbers chapter 21, you're going to find out that Israel had some battles. They fought one battle with a king of Harad, and then they fought another battle with King Sihon of the Amorites. And the Bible going to tell you that Sihon took the land from Moab, and then Moses and the children of Israel took it from Sihon. Now, how can Ruth be a Moabite if they took the land from Sihon, who took it from Moab? And if they took it from Moab, the Bible said they killed everything in the plains of Moab. So that means that Ruth came from below the Arnon River, came to the plains of Moab with Reuben and them. No, man, the Bible don't say that, man. Ruth was already living in the plains of Moab. The Bible never says she came from below the Arnon River to the plains of Moab. She was already living in the plains of Moab because it was given to Reuben. And it's all throughout the scripture where Reuben say, I want my land east of the Jordan River, Gad, and half tribe of Manasseh. They didn't go west of the Jordan River. So my question is, how can Ruth be a Moabite by blood when she lived in the plains of Moab? It was given to Reuben. It was given to Reuben. And they stayed in that land for over 300 years. And the Most High told us, do not seek the Moabite peace forever, because they met you not with bread and water. He said, the children that are begotten of them cannot come into the 10th generation. So Israel knew this. And then they tell us that Ruth is in Christ's genealogy through Boaz. Man, the Christ don't got no heathen blood in his genealogy, family. Christ come through a pure line through David. It's just that simple. A pure line, not no heathen blood in him. And when I say heathen, just because Ruth is a Shemite, she's not an Israelite. And Christ come through Israelites. And everybody in that line, he came through a pure line of Israelites. No heathens. No heathen blood in Christ, family. At all. I mean, even when it comes to Rahab the harlot, they say she in Christ's genealogy. A harlot heathen is in Christ's genealogy. Stop it, people. You got to investigate. That is not Rahab the harlot in the genealogy of Yahshua HaMashiach. That's why I didn't call her Rahab the harlot. But once you get out of the book of like Luke and Matthew and them, Paul called her Rahab the harlot, but they forgot to do it in Christ's genealogy. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Thank you, Oracle, for putting that in there. Ruth was a Moabite. Job was a Hebrew. He was born before Esau. Obadiah is not no Moabite. They say Obadiah is a Moabite. They just make it a dog. They just giving this book and just putting all type of books to other people that's not us. And when I say us, I'm talking about Hebrew Israelites. Because just because you're a Hebrew, you're not an Israelite though. Esau is a Hebrew. The Arabs are Hebrew. To about Abraham's son Ishmael. These are Hebrews. Moabites are Hebrew. Ammonites are Hebrew. They're not Israelites though. And Ruth is an Israelite who lived in the plains of Moab that was given to Reuben. And guess what else, y'all? The Levites even had territory in the plains of Moab, because y'all remember you had to get the Levites some territory. And I got a map that I'm going to show y'all with green dots. All the land that was given to the Levites. And you're going to see green dots in the plains of Moab showing this was Israelite territory. So how can Ruth be a Moabite by blood? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. So look, man, I'm out. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Many blessings to y'all. You know, I'm gonna start doing once a month. I'm sorry. Q&A. Just once a month. Q&A. Y'all ask what y'all want to ask. And then we can just build, iron sharpen iron, family. You may know something I don't know. I may know something you don't know. So we're just gonna iron sharpen iron. It's not about, because another thing I noticed too, you brothers, stop trying to show me that you have knowledge. Stop, bro. Stop writing me like you trying to bang with me with the book. Like you trying to go like head to head. Like cut that out, bro. I'm not here for that. If you want to ask me a question, ask the question, bro. You don't gotta come contentions like you trying to battle me with the Bible. Go sit down, bro. Cause your mind already in the wrong place. You want to battle. Instead of just asking for edification, or brother, hey, I heard you say this. That's not what I believe, but can you just edify me and, give me some scriptures I can read, to see where you coming from. Y'all don't got no respect, bro. And y'all wouldn't do that face to face, so stop it. Do what you do online, what you would do if you was in my face. Because you most certainly wouldn't do what y'all be doing online in my face. And if you say, yes, I would, stop it, bro. You wouldn't do that in my face, bro. People who know me will tell you, no, you wouldn't do that in his face. You will get hurt, bro. So just stop. Stop the tough guy stuff y'all be doing online. Ask your question. Let's edify each other and stop acting like you tough, dog. There's a lot of tough Negroes all over America. I done been around all type of killers all my life, boy. Niggas done been on American Most Wanted, bro. Stop with the tough talk, dog. I done been around real killers. I'm talking about Negroes who are malicious with it too. I seen a dope boy rob his own partner and put his jewelry on and had it on the next day. His name was Peanut. The same one I'm telling y'all was on American Most Wanted. He robbed his own partner, put his jewelry on and had it on the next day and said, I don't want to kill you, dog. Just get a jewelry up. So, brother, there's Negroes all over the world that's tough, brother. There's going to always be somebody better than you and me. So just stop it. Y'all be trying to act like y'all just so hard, bro. Cut it out, man. This the internet. Make your content, ask your question, and go home to your family, dog. And eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just stop it. Show a man some respect, bro. Get a man the same respect you would do if you was in his face. Because you ain't about to disrespect no man, boy. A dude killed the man for telling him to blank his blank. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. He said, suck my, and the dude killed them, bro. Do you hear me? You ain't playing with no man, boy. He shot that boy for telling him to his private members. Killed them. Killed them. So you ain't playing with no man, bro. No, you ain't. You ain't doing that, boy. And y'all already know how them down south babies be. Them down south, baby, that's Southern hospitality. Them down south babies. Y'all know how it be. Down south a little different though. This is where they were picking that cotton and, really in that sun. Them down south babies. But I thank the Most High for y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support and love. Thank y'all for rocking with y'all brother KJ. I love y'all with the Pure Heart family. We are family. You know what I'm saying? I know we fellowship through the internet, but one day it's gonna be in real life. We are family. And like I say, I come from love. I come from family. I witnessed it with my eyes. I saw the black love in the 80s, in the 90s. But then as time went on from there, bro, it's just like, more guns that the government put into our communities so we can kill each other, especially a lot of brothers. Put the guns down, bro. I know y'all not, though, but you should, though. Put them guns down, bro. Y'all just slaughtering each other. Put them guns down, bro. You got a problem with your brother, man, you should be able to have some conflict resolution. Conflict resolution, brother. Like, learn how to talk things out. That's the first thing y'all do is pick up a gun. You can't control your emotions, dog. That's really what it is, bro. You're emotional. Put them guns down, bro. Talk like a man. You should not be picking up no gun because somebody looked at you crazy. Man, I saw a shootout with my own eyes because the dude told one of the little homies, "Hey, man, what you looking at, dog?" And the little dude said, "Man, I ain't looking at you, bro." He said, "Man, you keep looking at me when I pass by." And next thing you know, man, what y'all think happened? Bah, 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 bah. I mean, they just started shooting at each other. All over this dude saying, "Why are you looking at me?" And the same dude who said, "Why are you looking at me?" He was screaming outside because he got shot. And he was screaming, laying between the cars. Next day, or a couple days after that, get where you see the dude at? Limping down the street. All that could have been avoided. All that could have been avoided. This dude said, "Why are you looking at me, dog?" The little man, that little dude said, "Man, I ain't looking at you, bro. Go on about your business, man." He said, "Dog, don't look at me no more." Next thing you know, man, that little dude pulled them guns out. They just unloaded on that dude, man. And then next thing you know, his kinfolk and them came outside and they started shooting at them. So I'm saying, man, it's better to be humble instead of trying to be hard, bro. Because there is hard Negroes all over the world. And guess what they got? They tow guns. And they don't mind shooting either. So that's why I say, man, I'd rather be humble and stay out the way. It's not about being hard. Who care about that? I'm trying to live and survive. Got time to be arguing with no Negro. I avoid Negro stupidity. Soon as I see you asking me something stupid, I'm going the other way. I don't want to talk you asking me stupid questions, bro. Like this one dude gonna tell me, "Hey, what color you got on?" I said, "Nigga, what color it look like? Goofball." Then my cousin came around that corner on that boy. That boy was scared. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gutter boy. I ain't know that was your cousin." My cousin said, "Boy, don't ever talk to my cousin again." "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, gutter boy. I did not know that was your little cousin." Yeah, he got scared when my cousin came from around the corner. Y'all see what I mean? He just was acting hard, but when my cousin came around the corner, "Oh, I'm sorry, gutter boy. I didn't know that was your little cousin." Y'all see that? Because there's hard Negroes all over the world. So my cousin made that boy shook for asking me what color I got on my head. Because this is around the time when Tupac had us all wearing them bandanas. But I used to wear black bandanas, though. I ain't used to do the red and blue. I ain't no gang banger now. But that black bandana that Pac used to wear, Pac had everybody wearing bandanas. The boy gonna tell me what color that is. Boy, you don't get out of my face. All right, family, man. It's been good chopping it over with y'all. I just wanted to give a little backdrop, a little testimony. I love you, mama. I thank you, mama. Thank the Most High for using you to equip your son with the right information to make me the man I am today. You taught me love. You taught me respect, self-respect. You taught me empathy. You taught me compassion. I remember my mama took a kid from the bus stop and brought him into our home and let him eat at our dinner table every day. And I witnessed this type of compassion and empathy. And she went and bought the kid some clothes. But he had some mental problems, that my mama couldn't fix. And I felt bad for him, but he was battling a lot, man. But just that type of love and empathy that she showed to just grab this kid and say, hey, this is such and such. And I met him at the bus stop and I picked him up and he used to come eat with us, man. And we treated him like he was family because that's the way we was raised. So when you witness this and see this, that's going to rub off on you. And you're going to become empathetic. You're going to have compassion on your people. So that's why I say, man, I'm never here to judge Israel. I'm here to encourage Israel. I leave all that condemning stuff to you other Israelites who just want to beat down on your people. Nuh-uh. We ain't got time for that. It's time to encourage the people. We'd have been beat down enough. We'd have been beat down enough. It's time to encourage Israel. We still got to correct one another when we're wrong, but let's do it in love, though. Can you do it in love? You ain't got to do it in condemnation. Let's do it in love. I don't mind you correcting me, but don't talk at me. Just talk to me. Don't talk down to me. Just look me in my eyes. Talk to me like a brother. Talk to me like a sister. You ain't got to condemn me, dog. So like I said before, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Many blessings to the mighty nation of Israel. And I say big salute, family. And I love y'all with the pure heart. Always. The mighty nation of Israel. Yes, sir.
Sweeping up the chaos, ain't no time to lose. Evie's got the vision, sees right through the rules. August keeps it steady, cool like morning dew. Oracle whispers secrets, they always ring true. I'm leaning with the sparks, setting flames to the sea. Numbers got the edge chopping so pristine. Shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew. Monster cracks the pavement, fists made of steel. Bossy calls the shots, keeping it all real. Dust in the air, but we're shining through. This ain't just work, it's what we do. We rise, we grind, we own the night. No mess too big, no shadow too tight. Oh, shout out to the clean up crew, making moves like ninjas do. Monster, bossy, breaking through. This one's for the whole dang crew.
Who's bad? 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 Who's bad?
And Mr. Michael Jackson bad with the scriptures want to say, salute. Let's get it. I gotta do that over, family. Cause if I don't, I'm gonna get August Dreams gonna kill me. Hold on. My twin sister gonna kill me. In the words of my beloved sister August Dreams. I know you listening in the back. Thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother K. Judah, Mr. Michael Jackson bad with the scriptures, and the CUC family. Big salute to my brother Sharshan, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in this chat and worldwide. Now let's get it. Let's get it. Don't beat me up, August. I didn't mean it. Love y'all with the pure heart, family. Peace and blessing. Cockatoo. I can't even get my words out. I try to say cock-a-doodle-doodle, Negroes. Woo! I couldn't even get my words out, y'all. I didn't mess the whole thing up. I try to say cock-a-doodle-doodle. Oh my God. Boy, I get a little tongue twisted. Jesus. I can't even do it now. I didn't mess the whole thing up, man. Let me just go in and end this live. I can't even get my cock-a-doodle-doodle out right. Jesus, man, I want to say cock-a-doodle-doodle, Negro. All right, y'all. Love y'all with the pure heart. I'm still going to hit y'all with it. Cock-a-doodle-doodle, Negroes. Peace and blessings.